Hello everybody, welcome back to Orange Disco. I'm Orange, and today we're making a WD Tierlist video. One that's slightly different. It's based off of a video that Disco made, called Disco Makes a Tier List of How He Feels His Progress with Every DBD Killer Has Come. And so basically, unlike our normal tier list or other, common tier lists, instead of like how strong we think they are, or like how much fun we think the characters are, or how much we like the characters, whatever. It's how far we think we have come with the characters, right? And like how good we are and how comfortable we are. Something interesting about this video is I've tried making this this is I think my 5th attempt now, because the first attempt was fine. I did it on my laptop, and I forgot to turn on the desktop screen, so it was like half of the video was just black, and I'd gone through all the killers up to Wesker, so I was on night about to place him, and then I realized half of the video wasn't being, nothing was being shown, so it was just black screen, and I plan on uploading that after this video as a blooper video, which will be the 3rd one and the first one for me, solely. That's my first time actually figuring out all the placements of the characters and making these 2 extra tiers effing not applicable, because those weren't there before. So they'll be there if you want it, but if you just want the normal experience, then it'll be here. And also, thank you again for Disco for the idea, because he mentioned in Discord to me that I could do the same, and decided why not. And he made the video on the 28th of October, and I made my first attempt the 30th, I think, and then the first 2 days later. I did 2 more attempts, and that went horribly wrong because everything was slow and my microphones kept cutting out, and it was just a whole mess. And so here I am trying again, but this time I have my computer back after 10 months, a little over 10 months. I finally have my computer back, and should be better than ever because I have a surge protector now. And the repair person said that they upgraded the part that needed to be fixed, so now it should be even less likely to need to be repaired again. So, yippee hooray! That's fun. If I sound whatever, also I just tried going over all of this. I had 6 minutes of a video, but then I ran out of space because I'm after months being away, I'm trying to re-download stuff and update stuff. But I ran out of space, so that automatically ended the video, so I have to do this again, which is very frustrating, because I was hoping to just have to do one single more attempt and then be done with this. But it is what it is, and here we are. So I think I kind of laid down the ground rules pretty well, I think. I hope. But yeah, and one thing I mentioned in one of my previous attempts, but also not in this, that basically, for those who aren't in the know, basically every video for me that unless it was recorded on my phone, which should be pretty obvious because it whatever, was from January of this year to October of this year, every video from me, besides the ones made with my video, my phone, or made with my laptop, which doesn't run as well with OBS or really anything. It just runs way worse than my computer. So, for all the videos are choppy and not good quality, that's why, for my side of things. But now I have it back, so I can finally make proper videos again, and I can finally play a bunch of games that I couldn't before, and main versions of certain games, Dead by Daylight, and whatever. You probably get the idea, right? So I think that's pretty much everything out of the way. So I am going to get into it. So I'm gonna try and just talk about things, right? So I'm gonna go, because before, when I first did this, I went from Trapper to Xenomorph, But I think, I don't know, I think I might do that. Because I think in the, like, last full attempt, I kind of just ended up going from, like, you know, S2 down, which is kind of like what Starve does, but, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this video right now. Even though I've done this before, but, you know. Let's just, let me feed it. Alright, we're going in order. So Trapper, I put in C. Now, the reason I put him in C is because while I have done well with him, the main problem is that I don't use his traps as often as I could. Not to mention the fact that I don't do prep time in the beginning of the match. Like, I just kind of go for, like, with how you generally do with most killers besides, like, Hag. Maybe Skull Merchant, but I don't really know, and I don't know if that really counts fully, so, you know. But yeah, I generally have him here because of that. But otherwise I do pretty well with him, so, you know. Wraith, you know, if you've seen videos before of me playing Killer and playing Wraith, then you know why. He's the killer I've probably played the most. He's probably like my main, and like one of two, like, you know, like mains. The other one being toward the end of this list. You know, I'm pretty confident with him. I do well with him. When I want to try hard, I play as him. So, you know, overall, pretty good. Next up is Billy, which I have in D, because I am not good at using his chainsaw. I just, plain and simple, I suck at using his chainsaw. I suck at turning. I suck at, like, using it at right times and, like, actually getting hits. I don't play him a lot, so that's the main reason why. I get that, obviously, you know. But as it is right now, yeah, just not good with him. So, you know, that is what it is. And then next we have Nurse going in F, because I can't for the life of me use her power. I suck so bad, and again, it's like Billy, where I just need to play more and try to, you know, use her power well, but I haven't yet, and so, you know, because this is me, that's how I feel with the Avery character right now. And right now, I feel terrible with her. I have a lot of work to be done. Plus, you know, she's a very sink or swim character, in the sense that if you don't use her power, the chances of you doing well are much slimmer than most other killers. Because other killers, like, even like Billy and, like, you know, Trapper, you can kind of get away with, like, you know, sparsely using their power to an extent. But Nurse, you can't really do that unless the survivors are, like, brand new, and or they just really, like, are bad, or and or whatever. They just do not know how to play against Nurse at all. You know, all the above or one of the other. Unless it's one of those, you're probably not going to do that well if you don't use their power and well. So yeah. Then Michael, I have an A. So I don't feel like the most confident ever. I don't feel like I'm super lacking in how I use his power. I mean, it's pretty bare bones and simple. It's not a lot. So it's not that hard to learn, but, you know, for what it is, yeah, I do pretty well. Hag, where did I put Hag? Oh yeah, I have Hag in D, because, like, you know, they're not too unsimilar. Or wait, did I do, no? Why does this feel wrong? Am I being a dumb? This is the second time I did this, because I had, yeah, I don't know, this is like the second time of redoing this video where I do that, where I have him see. Maybe that's where he should go. I mean, I don't feel like the worst with his traps, though. Yeah. Yeah, just because I don't really use traps well, and I've played her, like, barely at all. But, you know, I have done well, but, you know, I don't feel like I've used traps as best as I could. So, you know. Doctor I have here, because I feel like I use his shock therapy and his static blast pretty well. So, Huntress is in C because I'm not great at aiming, but I'm not the worst, so, Bubba, or Leatherface, he's way easier to kind of control his chainsaw than Billy, in my humble opinion. Which I imagine most people would probably agree with. To some extent, at least. And I just feel pretty good. Freddy, I feel pretty good with, and I don't feel like there's a part of his power that I'm not good with using. I guess I don't use his teleport as often as I could and probably should, but otherwise, I feel pretty solid with him. Pig, pretty much same thing, just in the sense that I don't feel like I'm really lacking with the power, really. So yeah, pretty good. Clown, I'm not too bad with the purple bottles. I use them pretty well, I would generally say, but I don't really use the yellow bottles at all, except for like here and there, like to move around the map. But I don't really use it in chase, which I know I should, but I don't. So as it is, I think that would make most sense. Spirit is another general kind of like main. I would say, I guess. So I guess I kind of have three, but I do pretty well with her, and just not bad. Legion I have in B because I do pretty well with them, and I can usually use their power pretty well, but I there's a lot of times where I struggle to like trying to really get in the right mindset to play them. I feel like, if only because there's so many times where I feel like, man, if I just hit them now with my basic attack, I can just injure them and then down them. But is what it is. Then we have Plague. I feel pretty. I like when I first, for a little while, I probably would have put her like way lower in like C or D or something, maybe F. But I've since learned a lot, gotten a lot better as her. Especially because I think it was on video that I got the adapt of her for Disco's account on his PS4, I believe. I think it was his PS4. And, like around that time where I had actually gotten it, I started using her Corrupt Purge more, and, better using her normal Purge, and those things alone, that was loud. But, I don't know if you picked that up, there's a car honking. But, yeah, so I feel pretty good with her. And then, kind of like Myers, I just feel good at like doing stalking, marking at the right times and whatever, and generally not getting revealed too often. My pro placements are okay with Demogorgon, who apparently is coming back or is back or something. I don't know, but that's gonna be a thing, I guess. That's super cool. I'm so happy about that, but I don't know if it's quite there like here yet. But yeah, and then I think I'm pretty generally decent at hitting shreds, though obviously not the most amazing, but but yeah. And then Oni got in B because I'm not too bad at like hitting slams, and as far as the rush hits, I'm definitely need work on, but I do pretty well in general, and so pretty good. Again, like Huntress, aiming just in general, kind of doing stuff with him. The main thing with him and like certain other killers like Spirit and Nurse is like dealing with the disorientation, especially because you're like moving around wildly, like crazy, like your camera and your actual body, so it can be hard to. And also like hitting the right spots where you don't just slide off, and then you're actually getting hits. But I'm not too bad. I've gotten better in general. So, then we have our first non-applicable, because I don't feel like I've played Twins quite enough to give a fair analysis. So, that's a shame. And then I have Trickster in D, because I can struggle a lot with him, both playing as him and against him, because playing against him, I always go against players who always hit their shots, and I know that I often walk in a straight line, but even when I don't, I still get always hit, practically. So yeah, I have a lot of work to go against him, and playing his because I had a number of 9s, but I don't hit a lot. And then Nemesis, my other kind of main. I have an A solely because of hitting his whip. I feel like I'm not always the best at, although, because that's where I originally put him. I'm not sure. Because I recently saw me playing Nemesis kind of toward the end, and honestly, I feel like I don't have much improvement that I really need to do. Honestly, I don't feel biased, but I feel like that's true. Aiming is chains is the main thing. I also don't really, because I know there's a method. There's basically a science, a mathematics to finding his box. I don't know it well yet, so I'm not good at doing that. Again, not good at aiming and getting hits in general, whether it be like damaging hits or just hits in general. So I just kind of wildly shoot with her, because you can kind of do that. I feel good with phasing, like manifesting, demanifesting, like using that generally well, and then teleporting. But this is with old Sadako. I haven't played new Sadako yet, given my circumstances in general with the computer and whatnot. So I haven't played the new Sadako that came out I think with Nicolas Cage. So I can't say on that yet, but Dredge I have here because I'm good with using his lockers and stuff, but I don't really use the Remnant at all in chases or anything that much, so I think he'd be there. Wesker I also hear because getting properly aiming and positioning myself to get the bound grabs successfully, I still struggle a bit with. So have him in A, have Knight in B because I use the guards pretty decently well, but I definitely think I could just certainly I could do. And then we have the killers from this year, and they're all in here because I haven't had enough experience with them. I've not played that many Pokemon matches. I have gotten adept with Skull Merchant for I think Disco's PC account. However, with that, I don't really feel like that I'm as I don't feel like I have enough to say enough about her. I don't feel like I have enough experience to properly say my opinions, because I played most of these characters a bunch, at least 10, 15 more times, or not. There's a lot of them that aren't true, but I played most of these a lot of times. I've played her probably less than 5 in public matches, and then these two, Singularity and Xenomorph, I haven't played at all in a public match yet, at all. I've only played them in bot matches, which I don't feel like is the best way to kind of assess a character. So for the time being, I can't say too much about them. Not right now, at least. So yeah, that's generally it. And then, so the things, I don't remember if I mentioned this time. Oh yeah, I think in my last attempt I mentioned this in the intro, but not here. But there's some things I talked about at the end of my original video and my other attempts that I want to mention again. So first of all, a huge giant shout out to Derp the Douche or Douch. I don't know how to say it, so if I say that wrong, I'm terribly sorry. I'm not entirely sure. He or they, I don't know. Have commented on a lot of our videos in the past, and even in recent times. It has been a bit of a while since they've last, commented on one of our videos, but probably taking a break. But if you are watching this derp, or at any point, I just want to say, Disco already said this in his tier list video, that just a huge thank you for all of your nice comments and whatnot. And this goes for all the other people who've commented on our videos once or multiple times. in our different videos, you know, like, thank you all very much for all the comments you leave, especially, you know, the nice ones, and, like, you know, all the ones of, like, tips and advice. We really appreciate that as well. It means a lot to us, like, so much, and it really has helped motivate us to continue making videos. Because definitely can be discouraging to see, like, negative comments and stuff. So, you know, for all of those of you who have left nice, you know, kind comments, and again, like, tips and advice even, and both, thank you very much. You very much, you know, help us to be motivated to make videos. A very large amount. And also, something that Disco has already mentioned in one of his story times, I believe, where he talks about a weird match he had as a good old Freddy up here. However, that video has been buried, and not a ton of people have seen it. So I just want to say, and I've said this in my first attempt and other things, so you should be seeing that if you do decide to see the blooper video, which, if you don't, is fine. But, you know, to do with Disco's recording situation, to put it simply, we know that it's not the best way of recording, because he uses his phone instead of, like, you know, his console or, you know, his laptop. But the problem is that he can't really record on his, like, you know, for instance, his laptop. Because recently we got a video, like, I think, not the last time, but one of the last times, when he actually, on the video, in the video where he made his tier list, we got a comment of someone asking why he doesn't use the laptop to record. And the simple answer is that he can't, because it doesn't run OBS well, like, at all. Every time he has tried to record videos with OBS, it has been very laggy, like a really bad frame rate, and I think the resolution is also, like, not good either, and it just, in general, a very rough time, you know? So, again, like, we know that it's a problem, we know, but we can't really do anything about it, like, unless he can get, like, a better computer, but that probably isn't going to happen anytime soon. So just know that, you know, we both know that it's not the best, but there's nothing we can do. So please just keep that in mind. You know, if you ever are watching one of Disco's videos where, and, you know, he's recording, like, his laptop even, and, you know, with his phone or his, you know, console, like, he just doesn't have any other way. So please keep that in mind if you're ever to leave a comment or, you know, anything like that. Just keep that in mind, you know, if you would, you know, because we know when we're trying our best, and so, you know, if it's not pleasant to watch, we're sorry, but again, there's nothing we can really do, you know. So as for now, that's just how it's gonna be, and that's how it's been, and will be into the foreseeable future. So again, just keep that in mind, you know. Just be mindful that you know, he knows, and there's nothing he can do. So yeah, just keep it in mind. So yeah, that about does it. Should probably be the last time I have to try to record this video. I hope and pray. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It means a lot to us, and it really helps us out a bunch. Also, just if you want to see Disco's video where he does this, like, you know, he figures out his tier list of, like, how comfortable and, like, how far he thinks he's progressed with killers, please make sure to check that out, as well as, you know, story time videos. We had a review, 2 review videos, a spoiler-free and spoiler of the FNAF movie, or the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, because we saw that a few days ago, as of recording this, obviously. And, we have Overwatch videos from me recently on the recent Halloween events, which are sadly over now. I do plan on making videos on the new event, or at least a video. I would have made a video on the new hero, Mauga, if I'm saying that right, which I'm probably not. But it was late by the time I would have, and, it was a whole thing. But I did play him in practice range, and he is fun. And I look forward to him in the next season, Season 8. So I'll definitely make videos on him in the season when that comes out, obviously. And then I think besides that, the big thing is that now that my computer is back in working order, we can finally tackle the 70, 80, 90, and now 100 subscriber specials fully and properly now. So those will all be in the works when they are. So just expect those to be coming out as soon as we can. I won't say any time specifically because I don't want to put a deadline and possibly end up missing it and have whatever. So I'm just gonna say that for now. But yeah, so expect that soon enough. Hopefully by the end of the year in general, But yeah, I think that's about it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have a lovely and fantastic day. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.